Good evening, friends. I hope you and your family are safe and well. Last number of lectures, we have discussed the Indus AS, various kinds of Indus AS we are studying. Now, we will discuss today one of the important Indus AS, that is Indus AS 19, which are related to the employee benefit. Now, employee benefits are all form of considerations given by the entity and which is directly to the employee and their spouse and their children and other dependable and to other such trustee, sometime insurance company, in exchange of the service rendered by employee. So let us discuss about the Indus years terminology and whether it is implemented, whether it is disclosed, and how this particular accounting standard perform in our Indian company scenario that we are going to discuss under such lecture. It is very important to study exam point of view this particular Indus AS 19. Indus AS 19 employee benefits. Now, whenever we will talk about the employee benefit under Indus AS 19, how to accounts? How to accounts? It means recognize a liability when an employee has provided service in exchange for employee benefit to be paid in the future. Now, friends, employee and employer, this particular relationship is there. Under such a relationship, several factors needed to be considered determine the nature of the relationship, and for that purpose whatever services rendered by the employee to their employer should pay certain amount in the future, and it is recognized an expense when the entity means company organization consumes the economic benefit arising from the service provided by the employee. Whatever services provided by the employee, it will be the economic benefit of the entity. Therefore, employee benefit treated as expenses. Now, our next question is how employee benefit will disclose. How to disclose? So these are things we have to understand in our employee benefit Indus AS study, Indus AS 19. Now, whenever we will talk about the Indus AS 19, generally it is applicable for all employer means boss company, in accounting for all employee benefits, except the employee share based payments. Employee share based payment have separate Indus AS accounting standard. It is not included in our accounting standard 19. That you have to keep in mind. Employee share based payment is not under Indus AS 19. They have the separate Indus AS. They have a separate Indus AS means they have a Indus AS 102. Indus AS 102 discuss about the employee share based payment. Now, under Indus AS 19, we have to study the all employee benefits. Now, employee to includes what kinds of employees are there. It may be part-time, casual, temporary employee also included, and it is applicable under Indus AS 19. There is a distinction between contract of services and contract for services. Contract of services and contract for services. Now, contract for services implies a contract for rendering services, for example, professional and technical services, which is subject to limited directions and control. But whereas contract of service implies a relationship of an employer and employee, and a person is obliged for to obey the order, the work to be performed, and also to be mode and manners of the performance. So here contract for service is included under employee benefit Indus AS 19, but contract of service is not. Contract of service is included, but contract for service, it is not a part of Indus AS 19. Now, employee to include whole time directors and key manager personals also defined in Indus AS 24, that is a related party transaction. Here whole time directors and the manager personals, there this particular definitions are comes under Indus AS 24, related parties transaction. So it is not a part of Indus AS. Only employee benefit is a part of Indus AS 19. Now, employee benefit also cover under formal plans. Now, formal plans means what? So whenever we will talk about the formal plans, so it is a plan of the various kinds of benefits. It may be short term benefit, post employment benefit, other long term employee benefits, and termination benefit. These are the all formal plans. Under other formal agreement between the entity and employees, organization and employee, whatever agreement base certain formal plans, other plans are there. Now here under legislative requirements, pension plan, gratuity, the gratuity have their separate act, pension also have their separate act. Therefore it is under legislative requirements, and it comes under Indus AS 19. Through the industries arrangement is there, and there are various act, and in that particular act they are provided the employees benefit. Informal practices that gives rise to constructive obligations. There are various kinds of constructive obligations, and benefits paid to the dependents or beneficiaries of the employees also included under the Indus AS 19, that we will discuss, and we will discuss the certain examples also. Now friends, whenever we will talk about the employee benefits, there are total 4 types of employees benefits under Indus AS 19. That is short term benefit, number 2 post employment benefit, number 3 other long term employment benefits, and number 4 is termination benefits. Now short term benefits such as wages, salaries, and social security contributions, paid annual leave and paid sick leave, profit sharing, and bonuses. Bonuses also considered as a short term benefit if it is payable within 12 months, and non monetary benefits such as medical care, housing, car, and free subsidized goods and services for current employee. It is considered as a short-term benefits. When an employee has a rendered services in the exchange of these benefits, it is a debiting to the expenses. It is debiting to the expenses. Now let us discuss about the post-employment benefits. Whenever we will talk about the post-employment benefits, it includes pensions, other retirement benefits, post-employment benefits like life insurance and post-employment medical care. The such benefits may be of defined contribution plans, and some are defined benefits plans. It covers the defined contribution plan and contribution due on the date of balance sheet. It is treated as liabilities, and excess paid is treated as assets account for defined benefits, and plan is a complex and discuss in that particular post-employment benefits. Whenever we will talk about the other long-term employment benefit, it includes long service leave, sabbatical leaves, then jubilees and other long-term services benefits. Long-term disability benefits, if they are payable 12 months or more after the end of the period, or profit sharing, some bonuses and deferred compensation. So we will consider as other long-term employment benefits. Let us discuss one example of the other long-term employment benefit. Suppose one of the employee is employed in a particular company, and company decided that if you are complete 3 years in our company, we will pay 2 months salary as a bonus. If you complete 3 years, we will give, company entity will give 2 months salary as a bonus. So under this particular example, means after completing more than 12 months, 3 years means it is more than 12 months. If employee has completed more than 12 months, then he will get the benefit that company will provide 2 months salary as a bonus. So this bonus, we can say that particular bonus is a other long-term employment benefit. Now these are in this particular overviews, it is a legal and constructive obligation. Under the plan is calculated on the contractual or actuarial valuation and is recognized as an expenses, and it is defined benefit liability. These things you should keep in mind. Then fourth employment benefit is termination benefit. Termination benefit includes the voluntary retirement scheme or voluntary retirement benefits. Termination benefits are recognized as expenses immediately. That we will discuss. We will study some examples also. One thing you have to keep in mind: accounting for employee benefits, to which Indus AS 102 is related to the share-based payment that I already informed, is out of the scope of this standard. It means share-based payment to the employee is not a part of Indus AS 19. It is a part of, they have the separate Indus AS, that is 102, that you should keep in mind. Now whenever we will talk about this, I already discussed the short-term benefits, post-employment benefit and other long-term benefits and termination benefit. The short-term benefit means the expected to be settled within 12 months from the end of the period in which services are rendered. It means suppose any particular employee he has completed 1 month. After 1 month, company should pay the salary. Every month he should pay the salary. And if there any kind of benefit is paid within 12 months, so it is considered as a short term benefits. Then to be accounted is a undiscounted basis, and termination benefit are not covered under short term benefit. Termination benefits are not covered under short term benefit, that you have to keep in mind. Then post employment benefit means after retirement, the payable only post employment at the time of the retirement or resignation of by the employee. They will pay these kinds of uh, post employment benefit, and to be accounted based on the actuarial valuation, that is a PUC method. PUC method means the projected unit contribution method. Then other long term benefits, it is expected to be settled after 12 months from the end of the period in which services are rendered. Long term benefits not covered under the other categories. Actuarial valuation is accepted. Now termination benefit payable only on termination of the employee by the entity, and to be accounted based on the best estimated by the management based on timing of outflow. We will discuss this all kinds of we can say benefits, all benefits with some suitable examples. Now let us discuss further about the benefits. Now whenever we will talk about the benefits, short term benefits, it covers wages, salaries, social security contribution, paid annual leave, paid sick leave, profit sharing and bonuses, non monetary benefit for current employees. These are the examples of the short term benefits. Post employment, now non monetary benefits includes the medical care, housing, car, free or subsidized goods and services. So these are the non monetary benefits also provided by the entity, and this particular short term benefits, it means within 12 months, it is a part of Indus AS 19. Whenever we will talk about the post employment benefit, it includes the gratuity, pension. Sometime company can provide extra money, that is ex gratia, at the time of retirement, post employment life insurance, post employment medical care. These are the example. Then other long term benefits, long term compensation, compensated absences, long service award, royalty bonus, that we have discussed. After 3 years is over, company pay 2 months salary as a royalty bonus. Long term disability benefits, and in termination benefit includes voluntary retirement benefits and retrenchment compensation. So these are the all examples of the benefits that covers under Indus AS 19. Now whenever we will talk about the short term benefits, it is recognition and measurement as a liability. It is accrued expenses after deducting amount within the reporting period, and it is an asset if amount paid exceeds the undiscounted amount of the benefit for the period. As the expenses in the profit and loss under different treatment is prescribed by the another Indus AS, that is Indus AS 2, that is inventory, and Indus AS 16, that we will not discuss this Indus AS, but that particular treatment we have to give as a expenses. Now short term, whether short term employee benefits, that we have to find out whether it is a short term employee benefits. A company Company provides its employee 30 days paid sick leave and 10 days casual leave, which will lapse at the end of the year. It means a company provide their employee 30 days sick leave and 10 days casual leave. It can be lapsed after end of the year. If you are not take, if any particular employee, if he or is not take this sick leave or casual leave, it is lapse. Lapse means there is no benefit. So, is there any this is a short term employee benefit? Can we say that it is a short term employee benefit? Because as per our short term employee benefit give within 12 months. It means this particular benefit is a short term employee benefit. The answer is yes. Now, whenever we will talk about the next question that we will discuss, entity A pays half month salary for each completed year of the service at the time of retirement of the employees. Now here organization pay half month salary for each completing year, but this particular benefit they will provide it at the time of employee. It means this particular benefit they are not provided within 12 months. They will consider every year's half month salary, and this will be settled after retirement. Therefore, such situation it is not a short term employee benefit. One more. A company pays 5% profits to its employee on completion of the 1 year with the organization. The company has a policy to give 5% profit to its employee on the completion of the 1 year with the organization. Yes, because why it is a yes? Why this it is called as a short term employee benefit? Because it is paid within the year. The company provides 2 boxes of the crackers to its employee during the Diwali festival. The Diwali this festival occurred every year, and generally it is a policy of the company to give the 2 boxes of the crackers to their employee, and even the employee's family member also aware about such kinds of benefits they company will provide. So this generally such kinds of benefit it is available to the employee within the 12 months. It is considered as a short term employee benefit. So friends, I hope you understood what do you mean by short term employee benefits. An entity A closes all its operations and terminated its employee by giving 3 months of the last drawn salary. The company closed their business, terminated their employee by giving the 3 months drawn salary. So whatever salary they are provided 3 months, whether it is a short term employee benefit. Now friends, that you have to keep in mind, whenever the termination is there, that time termination benefit is not involved short term employee benefit. Therefore, it is not a short term employee benefit. So friends, I hope you understood the basic concept of the short employees benefit under Indus AS 19, that you should write in your notebook, and whatever notes I provided to you that you have to study regularly. It will be benefit to you whenever you have solved this IFRS paper. So we will discuss the same Indus AS 19 in our next lecture. Okay, bye. Thank you.